Hello and welcome to the Platypus Finance Liquidity Mining Guide. What is Platypus Finance? Platypus Finance is a single-sided stablecoin AMM that allows you to swap with minimal price impact and fees. How do you liquidity mine on Platypus Finance? In order to use Platypus Finance, you simply must deposit and stake either USDT, USDC, DAI, or MIM stablecoins. Doing this will allow you to receive up to 20% APR paid out in Platypus's native token, PTP. Don't worry, we're going to go through a full walkthrough of how to do this in just a moment, but let's go over a few more of the tokenomics before we jump into the platform. So it's not just as simple as depositing one of those 4 stablecoins. If you want to maximize your APR, you'll need to understand a little bit about the tokenomics of Platypus Finance's PTP and vePTP tokens. PTP is the token that Platypus uses to reward liquidity providers. vePTP is the token that, when held, will boost your APR that you receive from staking your stablecoins in one of the 4 stablecoin pools. You receive vePTP by staking PTP, and unstaking PTP will remove all your vePTP rewards. That's very important to remember. So remember, if you ever unstake any of your PTP, you will lose all of your vePTP that you've accumulated over the previous time that you were staking PTP. This is an extremely important part of the tokenomics because this incentivizes liquidity providers to keep their PTP staked for longer periods of time, as if they unstake it, they'll have to restart over from 0 vePTP. So let's go over a few examples of how you can maximize your yields by holding various amounts of PTP or USDC. So this comes from a great Medium article that Platypus put out, and I will put a link to that down below in the description. Plan A is depositing all of your funds in USDC and holding 0 PTP. What this shows is that you have a 0.004% share of the entire pool, assuming the entire pool is 50 million USDC, and your base rewards are 9 PTP per month. This means you have no PTP staked, no vePTP, and so therefore your boosted rewards are 0. If we look at Plan B, this is where we just take $100 of our $2,000 investment and purchase PTP with it. Then we stake that PTP and put our remaining 1,900 USDC into the pool on Platypus Finance. As we can see, our base pool rewards are diminished by 0.5 PTP per month. However, because we have 50 PTP staked, we also have gained 504 vePTP over that month period. And because of this, we gain an extra 5.2 PTP. So we come out to a total of 13.8 PTP by just moving $100 of our $2,000 investment into PTP token and staking it. Finally, in Plan C, we have an even split of 1,000 USDC and $1,000 worth of PTP, which in this case, assuming a price of $2 for PTP, is 500 PTP. As you can see, the base reward pool is reduced even further to only 4.5. However, because we hold a larger amount of PTP, which we're staking, we gain 5,040 vePTP, which then gives us a total of 12 boosted PTP, totaling 16.5 total PTP per month. As you can see from this basic example, it's beneficial for you to hold 50% PTP in this scenario. This is a very basic example, and it's not always this easy to determine what percentage of your portfolio should be in PTP and what percentage should be in stablecoins. However, this gives you a basic overview that holding PTP is usually beneficial. Having some of your stablecoins swapped into PTP and staking that is usually beneficial in most cases. So now that you understand a little bit about the tokenomics of Platypus Finance, let's jump into the platform and get some hands-on experience. All right, so you're going to want to jump over to platypus.finance. This opens up their main landing page, and then we can click Launch App right here to open up the app. As soon as the app's open, we can see that it's a very user-friendly interface. There's just 3 tabs: a swap feature, which allows you to swap between any of the 4 stablecoins I mentioned previously, and a pool tab, which allows you to deposit and stake any of those 4 stablecoins. And finally, we have the vePTP tab, which we'll get to in a second. So let's focus on this pool tab. I'm going to assume that you already have one of these 4 stablecoins in your wallet. If you don't, go ahead and head over to something like Trader Joe and swap AVAX or any other token that you have for one of those stablecoins. Then come back and follow along with me. I currently have some MIM in my wallet, so I'm going to deposit MIM. we can see that the base APR is 22% right here. And the average boosted APR is 139%. So let's walk through depositing and staking our MIM. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click max in order to deposit all of my MIM into this pool. I first need to approve MIM, so I'll click approve and then confirm the transaction in MetaMask. As soon as that's approved, this button will now say deposit, and you can click deposit, and you'll have to confirm one more transaction in MetaMask. Go ahead and confirm that. All right, and that's done. I can click done here to remove that modal. All right, so after a quick refresh, we can now see that this staking option is available to me. So I can click stake and then come down here and click stake all. Then I just need to click approve, confirm that transaction. All right, that's been approved. Now we just click stake all and confirm one more transaction in MetaMask. All right, and the transaction has been confirmed. So I can click done to close that modal. And the process for any of these other stablecoins is going to be exactly the same as it is for MIM. So don't worry about that if you have one of these other 3 stablecoins. At this point, I've staked my MIM, and so I can be done right now if I would like. I'm going to be receiving this base APR, so I'm going to be receiving 22% paid out in PTP token. I can see up here the amount of PTP token that I currently have earned, and I can click claim PTP at any time and confirm the transaction. I'm not going to do it because I don't have much to claim, but if you have more than what I have, if you have a amount that's actually reasonable to claim, you can go ahead and just claim it, and that will put the PTP token directly into your wallet. But I'm not going to do that right now. But that's how you would do it as soon as you have some sufficient amount of PTP to claim. Okay, so now let's go over how to get this boosted APR. So right now I'm getting 0% boosted APR. And a lot of people, the average rate they're getting is 139% boosted APR. And I kind of want to take advantage of that as well. So let's walk through how to stake PTP in order to boost our APR. First thing we need to do is we need to acquire some PTP token. Easiest way to do that is to head over to your favorite exchange on Avalanche. I'm going to use Trader Joe, and we just go and swap some AVAX for PTP. I'm going to go ahead and swap 1 AVAX for PTP. I'll click swap and confirm swap. Confirm. All right, so as soon as that transaction is confirmed, I can see that I swapped 1 AVAX for 7 PTP. Great, so now I have PTP in my wallet. We can come back to Platypus Finance and go over to this vePTP tab. We then want to click the stake button right here. Then I'll click max, which will put my max amount of PTP I can stake, and then we'll approve and confirm this transaction in MetaMask. After that transaction has been confirmed, you can see the button now says stake. We'll click stake and then confirm one more transaction. Okay, so now I've staked my PTP. And what I have to do now is every day or every couple days, depending on how often you want to do it, I have to just claim this vePTP. The reason I want to do this is I only get a higher APR if I have vePTP in my wallet. So if I come back to the pool, I can currently see my boosted APR is still 0 because I have not yet claimed any vePTP. It's not worth it for me to claim any because I have so little, but as soon as this reaches a reasonable amount, I will click claim and claim my vePTP, and then as I hold it in my wallet, my boosted APR will increase. It's important to remember that if I want to unstake my PTP at any time, I will lose all of my vePTP forever, and I will have to start over from 0 if I restake any PTP. So let's go ahead and read this warning. If I click unstake, it says, you will lose all of your accumulated vePTP and pending vePTP after unstaking PTP. So it's very important that if you're going to be unstaking PTP, you keep in mind you're going to have to start over from scratch and you're going to lose all those boosted rewards you've been accumulating over the past few weeks or months. I can see here that I'm currently earning 0.09 vePTP per hour and the amount of claimable PTP I have. All right, and that was a quick walkthrough of Platypus Finance. Hopefully you learned how to deposit and stake into one of these 4 stablecoin pools, how to get PTP from Trader Joe, and how to stake that PTP on the Platypus platform in order to earn vePTP. You also learned how to claim your vePTP, and so you can get those boosted rewards from the pool that you deposited into. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you're excited to use Platypus Finance in the future in order to get great yields on your stablecoins. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.